Thank you for tuning in to another Arizona United Soccer Talk 1v1. I'm Garrett Cleverly, and on today's show, we're joined by defender Scott Morrison. Well, you grew up in Aberdeen, and then you had a chance to play for the professional Aberdeen team. I mean, as a boy, your whole life growing up and seeing this professional team, being part of the youth system, and what was that experience like to not only just put on the jersey, but walk onto the pitch of guys that you looked up to and wanted to be one day?
Yeah, it was amazing. It was a dream come true. It really was. I'd been going since I was a young boy. My dad was a supporter, and he'd grown up watching Aberdeen, and he was there when they won the European Cup. And I kind of grew up in that era, so it was a dream come true really, but it happened so fast. You look back and you have great memories, but at the time it just goes so quickly, and it's a lot of hard work, but it pays off, and I'm grateful to have the memories to look back on now, and I'll always treasure it.
And then you had a chance, you played for Ross County. In America, we're not used to the whole promotion and relegation system and stuff like that, but your final year at Ross County in Scotland, I mean, the team achieved promotion. And what was that like to be in that run, to just be a part of a team where you win top of your league, and you're the top of the team?
Yeah, it was definitely, I think, the highlight of my career. I was there for 4 years, and it was in the 4th year, and we went, a 32 game unbeaten run, and to win the league and achieve something, and to be part of a successful team, it's great. And you don't get to achieve that all that much in Scotland, because Glasgow Celtic and Rangers, they're the powerhouses now. So sometimes stepping down into the first division and getting a taste of success, although it wasn't in the top flight, it was definitely the highlight of my career, I think. And I have the medal now and all the great memories to look back on. It was definitely a big point in my career.
When you translate that, now playing here for Arizona United SC, I mean, what is like the biggest difference that you've seen between the Scottish game and the American game?
I think the relegation thing's big. Unfortunately we find ourselves towards the bottom half of the table with Arizona, but we don't have the threat of relegation. So the attitude's different. We're still thinking of playoffs, whereas in Scotland you'd be fighting relegation and you'd be in the middle of a dogfight coming to the end of the season. So that's a nice part. Although no one wants to be down here, you can kind of keep playing and keep doing your thing and be positive. Whereas there's a lot of negativity in Scotland when you're in the bottom half of the table, and it's hard. So that would be the main point.
And how's everything going with the team this year? It seems a little bit of a struggle right now, but it just seems that there's just one step behind or half a step behind from really achieving that next level of success.
Yeah, I think it's, we've learned a lot. I think there's a saying, you learn a lot more about your team through the bad times. We just haven't found that consistency. And when you don't have the consistency, you have the good spells and games, but sometimes it's the 5 minutes it costs you. You're losing a goal, or in some cases we've lost 2 goals in 5–10 minutes, and that's really hurt us badly. So we're just looking for that level of consistency, I think, and once we can find that, we can then we can come on leaps and bounds, I think. But it's been a great year, great year for Arizona soccer again, to have a professional team here, and everything's going in the right direction. Everyone's pulling together, so that's all we can do right now.
And so, Scott, when you look at this team, the average age is 23 years old on the team, so you're pretty much like one of the grandpas on the team. You're one of the older guys. I mean, you're one of the few guys that's actually married on the team. What kind of position does that put you in as being kind of one of the guys who's gone through this, has been there, kind of done that before? Do you have a different mentality than the younger guys? Did you kind of help them along the way? I mean, where do you kind of stand on that?
I think so. I think having played with older guys myself, you learn a lot from them, and I'm just happy to be here and hopefully passing on those same things. But I think you definitely learn to deal with the lows and deal with the highs, and not get too low with the lows and not get too high with the good points, and find that consistency. Whereas when you're young, you get carried away maybe a little bit when you have a good game, or if you have a bad game, it really affects you, and it takes you a couple games to get that out your system. So that's basically where I've been this season, and just trying to be that older head and steady the ship at times. But these young guys, they bring that fresh, energetic risks that young kids take, and they've been really important to the club. And I think it's important to have young, fresh talent at clubs like this, and really drives everything forward.
I know you've slowly become Americanized. I know you appreciate Taco Tuesdays now, and your son now wants to be an American football player and stuff like that. I mean, how's your family adjusting to living in America? And I mean, it definitely seems like you guys are really enjoying, especially being in Arizona, being able to see Sedona and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, how's that just with your family out here?
Yeah, we love, as you said, Taco Tuesday. We love football, the baseball, basketball. My girl's getting into gymnastics, which is huge here, and my wife loves the shops, which is maybe not such a good thing for me, but there's always something to do, and the weather is always great. So, there's no excuses. You can always plan trips, and we've been through to California a few times, but here in Arizona, we'll always find something to do. So we've loved it, and long may it continue.
And then we have to ask about the sleeve that you have. I mean, it's a beautiful piece of artwork that you have on your arm. What does it mean? What are some of the significant meanings of the tattoos that you have?
Well, I have some Roman numerals here. My kids were both born on 19th of March, 4 years apart. So that's kind of special. I have 19 and then 3 there, and some roses, just for a lot of symbolism, and an angel. And I have my kids' names here, Kelsey and Safi. And this one's the longitude and latitude of where I first saw Emma, my wife. So that's quite a cool one to have there. And just some other, cherubs and roses, and some Latin sayings. Reveresco. I had a bad injury when I was 21, so it meant something. It kind of means to grow again, or to rise again. Rise again and be strong. So that's it really. It's just, all means something, so it's kind of special to me. And it's nice to have something lasting that you can always look back on.
Well, Scott, man, thank you so much for joining us on the Arizona Soccer Talk 1v1, and good luck this weekend. Thanks, and good luck with the rest of the season.
All right, thanks.